Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy your time here and let's get started. This is gonna be short and this is just gonna be a review of this book that I read, and I just want to talk about it because I need an outlet to speak about the book. I want to talk about it. It was a very highly anticipated read on my TBR, and by now I'm sure you've read the title and so you've clicked on the book. Uh, I feel like it's a very popular book, of course, and I feel like a lot of people have read it or have tried to read it and DNF'd it or something of that sort. So I thought I would just come on here and talk about my review, sort of. I finished reading it last night. The book I'm talking about is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Every time I look at this book, I am traumatized, to say the least. I got this book, I think, 3 years ago in a book fair out on a whim. It was very popular at that time, and I got it at thinking, how bad can it be, right? I mean, that's what everybody thinks. How bad can it be? We have all seen those reels of people bawling their eyes out, sobbing, and going crazy over this book, that this hurt them so much and this is trauma, this, that. All of it is true. All of it is true. This is as bad, as sad as a book can get. I don't think I've read anything more depressing than this. Also, trigger warnings. This has everything that could possibly ever trigger a person. So, like, please do not read this book if you're easily triggered, easily, you know, you're very sensitive. You have to be mentally very, very strong to read this book, to get through this book. I usually don't cry while I'm reading. I mean, not a lot of books have done that to me. And it's not about crying so much, it's about how this makes you feel, and how this makes you feel after you have processed what you've just read. This is not a short book by any means. This is like full 730 pages of sadness. So basically, what this book is about, this is a story of four friends who meet in college. Their names are Jude, Malcolm, Willem, and JB. It's a journey from starting at 16, 17, and going up to 60 years, 80 years of age. One of the characters, Jude, we get to see more of his life than the other three, but we also get glimpses into all of the other lives as well. Also, there are a lot of characters in this book. This is, I would say, this is a character study. If you expect any big plot twists or very, plot driven story, this is not that book for you. This is very, very character oriented. What happens to a particular character, it's just sad, okay? It's just very, very sad. It's not like there are no happy moments in here. There are happy moments, but they make you scared. It's like, okay, everything is going fine now, it's gonna get ruined. It's that of sort of a feeling. It's very anxiety inducing also. Coming from me, who is very easily anxious, this is very, very anxiety inducing. So I don't know. I read this in what, 5 days, and I just wanted it to be over. That's why I was reading it so fast. And while I was reading it, I was fine. But once I read it, I shut the book and I started to process it. I was done for. I had to keep reminding myself that it's fiction, this is all fiction. Otherwise, I would have lost it. I do not recommend anybody to read this book. I do not recommend this kind of trauma on anybody. Uh, Read it, by all means, read it, but it's not coming from me, okay? I am not recommending anybody this book. I I mean, the writing is great. It's so flowy. You won't It's a thick book, but you won't feel it. I mean, you will feel it for other reasons, but not because the writing is bad. The writing is phenomenal. You don't get timestamps as such. Throughout the book, you get glimpses into the past lives of Jude specifically. I would call him the main character of the book. Um, so you do get glimpses, and nothing in this world, nothing can prepare you for what is to come in this book, okay? At least it didn't prepare me. I did read the trigger warnings before. I had some idea of what could possibly be going on in this book, but trust me, I did not expect that to be. I had to, like I said, keep reminding myself that it's fiction, it's fiction. It's not real. None of it is real. And that's how I got through this book. Apart from Jude, I loved Willem's character and I also loved Harold's character. If you've read this, comment down below who was your favorite character and what are your thoughts in the book. It does have dividing opinions. Some people absolutely hate this and say that this is a piece of trash that is written just to be written, but I feel like this is a masterpiece. Again, I do not recommend this. That's one thing, but I don't know what kind of headspace you have to be in to write this. Beyond my thinking, beyond my imagination, to be honest. I could never imagine to even begin thinking like this. I'm really intrigued to read the author's other book also, which is, I think, To Paradise. Yeah. I don't know how that is. I know nothing about that book, but I'm really intrigued. I mean, that was my sort of review about this book. Of course, like I did not cry as much, but I obviously did cry. Like you can't help it. 4-5 times throughout the book, and it's sort of a book that you can't forget. Like this leaves an imprint on you and you will continue to think about the characters for a long time. I still think about the characters when I'm all by myself, when I'm cooking or making coffee, and it just hurts. I don't know. I mean, it's been only 2 days since I finished this book, so I don't know how much time it's gonna take me to completely, move on from this. But it's not easy, that's for sure. I don't know how am I sitting here talking to you, but just. And yeah, with that, I would say this was my review of A Little Life. This was not on my 2025 bucket list for sure, but I don't know, it just happened. I randomly went to my bookshelf and my brain said, okay, it's finally time to pick A Little Life. And I picked it and I read it, and yeah, after reading it, I can say that all that you hear about this book, true. Probably the saddest book to ever been written. At least this is the saddest book that I have ever read. So yeah, read this at your own risk. Do not take this review as a recommendation. Please, I do not wish this sadness upon you. Yeah, I will say this again. Please read all the trigger warnings before diving into this. Give it time, space it out. Do not read it when you're completely alone. Do not read it at night. Don't be a fool like me. Read it slowly, process it. Very important to process it. And yeah, if you can't read it, just don't. It's not that important. Read happier books. With that, I am going to end this video here. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.